Hey, thanks for tuning in to LRGA Curves today. Make sure you smash that like button and smash that subscribe button if you haven't already. I really love it when you stop by and totally appreciate you taking your time to stop by LRGA Curves and see what I have to say. And today, what I have to say on LRGA Curves is about Eboni K. Williams. Yes, the first black housewife of Real Housewives of New York. She joined this unlucky rather, season 13. Lucky for her, unlucky for the franchise, which seems to be the status quo for franchises that make it to 13. Anyway, she was having a talk with CJ over at Weekends on CJ on her IG Live the other day, and I happened to catch it and wanted to share it with you. In it, she says that they were going to have a reunion, which has now been canceled for the first time in history. Let's hear what she has to say about that and a couple other things. Be sure and leave a comment below whether or not you think the castmates' white fragility and white entitlement has anything to do with the first time ever reunion being canceled. They don't want to talk about it so bad, they canceled it. Imagine that. Everybody else has to work it out. It's in the contracts that they must show up at the reunion. Think about it, people. I just want us to really think about the ramifications of Bravo, the executives, and the castmates not having the reunion. Okay? Just think about it. Let it sink in. The first time in history. So we're witnessing history. Anyway, let's hear what she has to say.
About so long ago. Yeah. And so much has happened since then. But now that the full season has aired, I am really grateful. I'm really happy. I think that people can now watch the season in context. By the final episode, we end up in this incredible place, but because of all of the challenges of our season, how we filmed in a pandemic, we were a cast of 5, we were a cast of 13-year-old veteran housewives, and then Leah one season, me brand new. We were in the wake, actually not even in the wake, we were in real time in New York City, peak racial reconciliation, where people were in the streets as we were filming. So there was so much going on in our season, and I think it was really unprecedented, CJ, in that way. And so, hi, my love. I see Crystal Kong Minkoff in the comments. And
I just had her on last week.
I'm obsessed. She is, I don't know. She's one of those people, CJ, for me, that whatever happens in the Bravo universe, that's my sister for life. And I'm grateful that this crazy Bravo universe has brought us together. But anyways, back to RHONY. Yeah, it was just insane. So I think that we filmed an incredible season in an unprecedented circumstance, and I am just really grateful to have been a part of it.
Yeah, it was really awesome, and like you said, with all the challenges you guys faced, I think it was a pretty good season.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's gonna, like I was talking to Gibson the other day, and I think our season will age very well. I think it's really tough, to kind of reconfront some of the challenges and issues that our season dealt with head on so closely to the moments. But I think when we have this discussion 3, 4, 5 years from now, RHONY season 13 will be iconic. I really do.
Absolutely. I mean, it's been a great season, and we learned so much. We saw some fun, but we also learned a lot. So that was
amazing.
Yeah. What would you say your current relationship is like with each one of the women?
Well, they're all different, CJ. As we all saw, Leah has converted to Judaism, and so I recently heard from her as she was observing Yom Kippur, and so we had a wonderful conversation just 2 days ago. Then, Ramona and I had dinner, I don't know, now it's probably been about a month or so ago at Avra in New York, just to, connect and kind of try to figure out exactly where we are in a relationship since, some pretty challenging episodes have aired. And, Sonia, I talk to often. We all kind of randomly hear from Sonia. She's on the world tour of Sonia Morgan. She's on her comedy show tour. She's visiting friends and family all over the world. Everybody gets random call from Sonia, which is always exciting and sweet. And I have not spoken to Luann very much since our episodes have aired. And, I said recently that is probably the person I am most curious to speak to at Reunion, because we've, it's an outstanding question, really. And I don't make any presumptions either way about where Lou and I are, but it will be to be determined, I guess.
I think it's a little almost weird because I feel like you two were fine at the finale too.
I agree. Yeah, I mean, both killed one another's impersonations, and I was pleasantly, really, flattered as to how sexy she portrayed me. I thought that was really sweet, and I, enjoyed being able to pay homage to the Countess. So, yeah, I agree, CJ. I thought we ended at a really lovely. Really, I can tell you from my perspective, and I think true of Lou, super authentically cool place. And, as a what's it called, rookie housewife, I don't know how things change and evolve once the episodes start airing. I can just tell you they have changed and evolved. So we'll see where we are come Reunion.
Yeah, I have heard that. Oh, so there's a reunion coming.
There is a reunion coming. I can tell you I'm in a hotel room, as you can probably figure out. I won't tell you where, but I'm somewhere for a dress fitting for the reunion.
Yay, that's exciting. And I agree. I feel like sometimes the dynamics almost shift after the season airs.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I want to talk about your career because you have had such a successful career. I mean, you are a lawyer and you're going to be guest co-hosting The View. Congratulations. That is so awesome.
Honey, I am so excited for that. It's such a, I'm a woman of a particular age. I just turned 38 last week, and I grew up on The View. The Star Jones era, the Meredith Vieira era, and, obviously the beginning days of Barbara Walters and her vision. So to be just even a day at that table will be just a childhood dream come true. I'm not going to, try to play it cool. I'm so blessed and excited to be able to be a part of that. So, yeah.
That's really exciting. Congratulations. How would you say you got started with your career? What was your first step?
Mm-hmm. It's so interesting to kind of try to answer that, CJ. I mean, obviously, I'm a lawyer by training. I went to college at 16 at UNC Chapel Hill. I studied communications. I studied Black studies and African studies, and I went straight to law school and I started practicing law. But I would say that I got in front of the camera in a professional capacity for the first time at 6 years old. I was a child, model, actress, whatever you want to call it. I did commercial work. I did some film work and things like that. So I have to say that, though, because I do think so much of what I do now as a broadcast journalist, and certainly, my television career it has to be somewhat rooted in the comfortability that I established in front of a camera as a kid.
Yeah.
I competed in beauty pageants, all that stuff since 6, 7, 8, 9 years old. And I can't help but think that experience as a kid and adolescence gave me a lot of comfort and, I don't know, just presence to be able to translate then my academic skill set as an attorney journalist to what I do today. So I think all of it kind of works in concert.
A little bit more about Housewives. Do you think there needs to be a cast shakeup, or do you think it's good? Because some people would say there would be, and
I think there just needs to be more housewives. Yeah. I think when we look at franchise that have huge success, whether it's obviously Beverly Hills right now, I think Potomac's having an incredible season. But in full disclosure, I love every season of Potomac, so I'm not someone who was late to the Potomac party.
Yeah.
I'm here for Katie. I'm here for Cherise. I'm just here for Potomac day one. Anyways, I think that more women with more stories, with more opportunities to see interactions, is a good thing. I think it's really tough when it's only 4 women, right, that y'all know, one brand new housewife, which was me. And it's not like I was, a Dorinda type who was already pre-existing friends with these women. Yeah. So it's like, sorry, spoiler alert, I'm getting to know each of these women in real time in front of television. audience, you know. So I think it was just, you know, hard, because essentially what you guys had was like 4 familiar faces and a newbie, and I think that's really tough on a show like Housewives. So I think you know, maintaining a lot of who's here now and adding is the answer that I think the people, you know, could really get excited about.
Yeah, I think hopefully we'll see some new faces too, and all the returning faces. Who would you, whether it's an OG or someone who used to be on the show, who would you like to add back?
You know, I mean, I think Dorinda's interesting. I think Bethany's interesting. I think Alex McCord is interesting. I think the problem can be thinking that those women would come back at the same places that they were when we fell in love with them as original housewives. You know what I mean? Like, you know, yeah. Alex's kids are almost grown, you know, like Bethany's at a different place. Like, you know, like, so I think it's also the audience making space for the fact that everybody grows. Everybody's life, like no one's stuck in a time box, you know, so it's really just being appreciative of the fact that, you know, the vintage housewives that we all, including me, love so much have also grown. So when they come back, if and when they come back, it's going to be a new vibe.
Right. It will be different. I mean, especially if they've been married again or their kids are gone in college or something.
Yep. All of that.
Yeah, no, exactly. Who would you say was the most welcoming when you started and the least welcoming?
You know, day one, I would say the quote least welcoming I felt at that time was Sonia Morgan.
Okay.
Is interesting is literally within a week, she became the most welcoming. Yeah. So, go figure, you know. And now I realize it wasn't her being unwelcoming. It's Sonia's a spectator. Sonia is actually the most introverted of the group along with me. And so when she first meets someone, she really has to take them in, you know, and really observe and figure out the vibes.
Yeah. I think she likes to meet them first and get to know them.
Correct. And then the minute that she's clear about kind of the type of woman that you are and where the points of connection are, she, you know, she's the warmest of all of them.
No, exactly. I know. I love watching it. I loved when she set you up with that match. Oh, no, I'm sorry. You set her up with the match.
Yes. Yeah. Because I just, you know, again, meeting her and just immediately seeing the vulnerability, the need for love, the warmth. I just was like, this is a woman who needs love. Or like tuned into my heart space. I'm really paying attention to what feels good to me as a woman. You know, what feels good emotionally, what makes me feel safe, what makes me feel adored, what makes me feel special.
There you have it. We heard so much in that interview. Yes, there was supposed to be a reunion. She was supposed to have this lovely dress on. Listen to what she has to say in this. Does somebody in the background of this video say bastards? Like they're upset that the reunion got canceled so suddenly? Let's listen very closely. I'll turn it all the way up.
Oh, man. Oh, you're so pretty.
Thank you, Queen. Queen is overperformed over.
Oh, my gosh.
Gorgeous.
Oh, my gosh.
What bastards?
The corset, the bodice is beautiful. The
Better
clean.
than it was in my mind. And it was extraordinary.
It's good. Yeah, it's beautiful. Close up of the beadwork.
I don't know about you, but I definitely heard somebody say bastards. Anyway, I thought that was a very in-depth look further into Eboni K. Williams, gave us some really interesting information and tidbits, especially about that there was, in fact, a reunion scheduled that she was picking dresses out for. Okay, so there had to have been some pretty heavy hitters at the table when they decided to ixnay on the reunion yay. Okay, Leave a comment down below. What do you think about all these shenanigans? And on your way out, would you mind smashing the like button, smashing the subscribe button if you haven't already, telling a friend about this, and I'll see you in the next video.